Baka naman, baka naman, baka naman. Hello everyone, welcome back to Baka naman. Now without Mix Chanel in the competition.
Oh my God. Too early. Sorry.
But we have a very special guest joining us today. Yes, we are recapping Mix Chanel's Swan Song episode, but we are also recapping the Lollapalooza. So, we invited somebody na sobrang nanlalampaso sa lip sync.
Oo. Tsaka sobrang viral na mga reaction videos niya ngayon sa Drag Race Philippines Season 3.
High effort. Parang nakulangan nga ako sa production niya dito.
Oo nga, inakaya. Sorry sis
Yeah.
ha.
Sis, pero
Kasi
pala
sanay ako sa yung sa prod ko. May prod yan.
But andito po ang nag-iisang Arizona contact lens, Brandy.
Hi everyone.
Hello.
Thank you for having me.
Of course.
And first podcast ko.
well,
Yeah.
Welcome to us.
welcome to us.
Thank you.
First of all, kamusta ka? I know magkakasama lang tayo last night sa viewing party, but overall, how has life been ever since we saw you the last time sa season 2?
Mm-mm.
Life has been amazing. Oh, as in like, lagi ko nire-remind yung sarili ko na sobrang maging grateful. Kasi parang yung mga nangyayari sa akin ngayon, yung mga na-experience ko na magagandang bagay is hindi ko siya pinangarap, hindi ko siya na-imagine na magiging ganito ako. Yung Arizona 2 years ago, hindi alam na ganito yung ahead of me. Hindi alam yung ganito pala yung future ko. So, I'm so happy. Pero, excited din ako kasi parang ngayon nasa phase ako na nag-explore ako ng drag ko.
Yes.
'Di ba? Yung yung nandun kami sa phase na nakaalis na kami ng Drag Race, parang I don't want to define myself as Arizona Brandy na top 2 lang ng Drag Race na gano'n. Yung parang gusto ko ma-discover kung ano pa yung kaya ko. Ganon.
Balita ko nga masakit pa rin katawan mo kasi nag-voging classes
Yes!
Yes!
Ganon. Nagbo-voging classes ako.
Kasi baka magka-voging challenge sa All-Stars.
PBA All-Stars.
PBA All-Stars. I-threaten mo ang mga posible mong makalaban sa PBA All-Stars.
Yes, yung mga posible kong makalaban sa PBA All-Stars. So, ang problema ko lang naman no season 2 is my outfit. I think I'm good na no? So, let's see na lang, no? Ay, charot lang, hindi. Excited ako na may bago akong set ng sisters.
Yes, that is true.
Kasi parang yung feeling ko nung season namin, yung season 2, parang, yung ganun-ganon. Tapos parang, ay, ito na sila, yung parang ganon. Iba pala yung feeling niya. Ma-feel mo yan soon.
Abangan, hello po, shoutout po sa mga feature season 4. Hi!
So yun na, so you spoke about this season. We always ask this sa guests namin. What are you liking about season 3 so far? Anong mga standout moments sa'yo? 8 episodes in.
Ang ganda ng season nyo, I swear, like sobra. Nakakainis na nga minsan. Yung parang ano ba yan, ang ganda masyado. Parang masyado yung ginalingan. Pero sobra kasi parang it reminded me of past seasons of Drag Race. RuPaul's Drag Race.
Okay.
Season 3, season 4. Yung parang the girls are there to win. Hindi nag-hold back yung mga girls this season. I think kaya ang ganda rin kaya rin good TV eh.
That's true.
Kasi parang we wanna say what we wanna say. Ganun yung peg nila.
How does it feel na 8 weeks in, lahat pa rin ng tao, grabe ang bukang bibig sa season nyo na hindi ka nakasali ulit? Sorry, just to remind everyone, kung ngayon lang kayo hindi na po siya kasali!
Sobrang nakakatuwa siya kasi parang as a fan of the show, habang nandun ako sa loob, alam mo yung nare-realize ko kung gaano kaganda yung nalalabas namin and kung gaano kagaling yung castmates ko. Sinabi ko nga to sa Untalk nung while I was packing up my things,
Yes.
reminding myself while I was packing up my things, sinabi ko to na I'm so honored to be part of this cast. Kasi parang even no moment na natanggal ako, sabi ko, wala na, ito na yun eh. Parang kami na to eh. Like hindi siya yung everyone that stayed deserved it.
Yes.
And kung nabigyan ako ng karapatan magstay, I feel like I would have deserved it also. Pero doon na talaga kami sa point ng competition na parang kahit sino na matanggal ka, wala na siya eh.
Yes.
I think, hopefully. Pero kung masaya kayo, go lang.
So let us get into this episode na Lollapalooza.
Let's go.
First of all, just the Lollapalooza as a challenge, as a fan, dahil sabi mo nga fan ka ng
Mm.
Drag Race, anong overall thoughts mo dito pag napapanood mo ang isang Lollapalooza episode in past seasons?
Ako I'm so excited kasi alam mo naman ako as a demure lip syncer. Very
Demure.
demure lang ako Parang gusto ko makakita ng ano pa ba yung mga kakaiba.
So, demure pala ang pagdila ng sahig. no?
Yes.
At ang pagkain ng pulbos.
Yes.
Oh,
Pasko na
Pagkain
yun
ng contact lens.
Pasko na yun, sis.
Ngayon, hindi na lang 2 pirasong contact lens sinakain niya. Isang buong bowl.
Yeah. Abangan niyo yung mga iba ko pang pasabog. Malay niyo soon, di ba?
Correct. Oo.
May ibang mangyari. Tanggalin ko yung veneers ko, gano'n. Charot lang. Excited ako. Isa to sa challenges na sobrang excited ako. Kasi nga, dito sa labas, hindi sa Drag Race, mahilig ako manood ng performance.
Yes.
Kunyari nasa backstage ako, tayo sa Big Enemy, mahilig ako sumilip.
Yes.
Kasi parang nakaka-inspire kasi yung other performers. Ganon.
I love it. You always mention na I think mas nakikilala ko to sa'yo recently na parang you are just so ready to take in all the inspiration around you. Because we've been working closely sa roasts the past few months and now, yun nga, parang you just wanna take this all in. Saan to nanggagaling?
Ewan ko, parang ganun kasi talaga ako before, kahit before pa. Meron akong isa sa drag mothers ko, si Lumina.
Ay, Malumis,
Lagi niya kaming ini-encourage na manood kayo ng show. Sa Malati pa kami nag-start na manood kayo ng show sa O-Bar, manood kayo ng show sa Nectar para ma-inspire kayo. Kasi parang minsan, masyado mong kino-close yung sarili mo sa isang box. Na parang, ako si Arizona Brandy, like, mahilig lang ako mag-vape, mahilig ako mag-comedy, 'di ba? Parang wag mo ayun yung kaya ayun din yung mantra ko ngayon na parang gusto ko mag-explore, gusto ko ma-inspire sa kasi sobrang creative talaga ng Filipino drag. As in sobra. Kaya malapit yung mga puso ko sa mga local drag queens. Kasi ang dami talagang undiscovered.
Correct. Especially now na parang dahil nga nag-boom ang Drag Race, mas lalong nag-boom at parang may baby boom tayo ng baby drag queens ngayon.
Yeah.
Tapos lahat sila kanya-kanyang pakulo, kanya-kanyang pasabog.
True.
Dahil naging conversation sa season 1 yung branding, kanya-kanya sila ngayon.
May
Anong
branding na
branding ko?
sila.
Ano yung
Correct. May branding
identity
agad.
ko? Ano yung style ko ng performance? Nakakatuwa siyang panoorin, sa totoo
Yeah.
lang.
Pero wala pa ring drag queen ang dumidilan ng sahig. So,
Yes.
you're such
Hoy, nagawa ko rin yung kasama sa
Ay, oo
Arizona
nga
last
pala,
year.
ginawa niyo yun last year.
Nagawa mo nga,
Nag-duet kayo. Oh my, baka swerte yun. Yung atang kailangan para makast ka sa susunod
Yes.
na season.
Go dila kayo ng
dilaan
floor.
niyo yung sahig.
Dilaan nyo yung sahig ha.
Okay.
Dapat yung sahig ng MRT. Charot lang.
So, of course, we start the episode. Winipe ni Kiana ang mirror message ni Popstar Bench. And major uga moment for Kiana who, during the first half of the competition, she was just dominating every challenge. I guess this just goes to show na it is anybody's game up until this point. What do you have to say about this?
To be honest, nung first ko nakita yung cast, parang, okay.
Nung episode 1,
Hindi,
andun
actually,
ka.
nung episode 1, andun ako.
Correct.
So,
Tama,
parang,
nandun ka, oh.
parang pagkakatingin ko sa kanya, okay. Ganon siya. Nung ula, sorry wag yung magalit. Hindi, pero ganon yung dating niya sa akin. Pero kasi, nung nag-play out na kahit nung first episode, nung napanood ko na, oh my God. Like, lahat sila ang gagaling nila. Ganon, bumawi. Hindi, pero like, lahat sila, it's anyone's game. Parang wala talagang clear winner na Kasi yung ibang seasons meron
Say their names.
Hindi, charot lang. Yung parang sa kanila talaga, parang I would be happy kahit sino manalo, kahit si Versex, kahit sila, parang nasa isip ko, parang, yeah, winner material. So, ayun nga, yung sobrang tight talaga Parang, onting mali mo na lang, parang ma-judge ka na talaga.
Correct.
Ganun ka-stiff yung competition.
Yes. And then, of course, this is the couch time with the girls where everybody congratulates Maxi for winning her third badge. Again, a very historic moment. But I guess ang pinaka na-observe ko dito sa sequence na to is dito po talaga officially naging Saint Maxi's Drag Race to. Saint Maxi's Drag Race because we got 3 confessionals. We got 1 from Mix. We got 1 from Zimba. We got 1 from Kiana. Basically saying, siya po ang Diyos. Diba?
Well, girl, I mean, the next day, pasok siya sa workroom, 3 yung badge siya sa video.
yeah.
Parang talagang, tapon ko na tong akin. Sorry. May ganong factor siya na, we're all doing good. And parang, even if makapag-top or makapag-high placement ka lang sa challenge, parang confidence boost na siya. But to see someone really have 3 badges na competitor mo, parang maano ka talaga. Like, either may inspire ka o mapapressure ka in that moment.
Yeah. Kaya ako rin gusto pag-usapan to. Deserve ni Maxi tong moment na to because
Yes.
Maxi has been in the game for a really long time. Nag-resurface yung viral clips of si Maxi and yung tatay niya.
Oh my God,
Doing, I think,
yes.
Itbulaga yun from maybe at least,
Wawawi.
or Wawawi ba?
Yes,
From like 10,
Wawawi.
15 years ago. So we have somebody here who is just, hindi lang 10,000 hours yung nagawa niya. Like, ang dami-dami na. So, ang sarap lang makita na finally na nabigyan ng ganitong moment. Somebody who is just really a master of the craft.
Kumbaga parang like, yung payoff nung, hindi siya nakapagtuloy-tuloy sa Queen of the Universe
Correct.
because of health reasons. Parang, kahit ako in person while it was happening, ang sarap panoorin yung payoff nung lahat ng pinaghirapan niya, lahat ng pag-redirect sa kanya ng life. Yung payoff na andito siya sa Drag Race Philippines, top 6, well, now top 5 by, top 5, tapos 3 yung badge niya. As in parang, ang inspiring niyang makita.
At saka well-documented yung success ni Maxi in
Yes.
life, no?
Yes, totoo.
Tapos parang lahat, nasubaybayan natin siya nung bata siya, tapos nag-Queen of the Universe siya, tapos
Correct.
ngayon nasa Drag Race siya.
Correct. Tatlo na yung
So
badge
it's
niya.
Maxi's talaga,
Correct.
Maxi's Universe.
Saint Maxi. Kasi parang feeling ko santo na siya by now.
Yeah.
Pero, I mean, nakakatuwa lang kasi I think very, very important to note na well-earned lahat tong
Yes.
nakukuha ni Maxi right
True.
now. And then of course, pupunta tayo sa ating mini challenge na merong papalayok si Mama Pau.
Yeah.
Of course, bilang the resident sa Guan in this in the panel.
Na-connect mo pa yun!
Diba?
Kapikon!
Kaya ka ata nanalo kasi you are living, breathing sa Guan.
Oh my God, alam nyo, may mga times talaga na nagpe-pay off yung pagka-calculated. Kasi nung sinabing iikutin, sa utak ko talaga minarkahan ko, eto yung pagtapak ko. Kasi alam ko kaharap ko yung palayok eh. Dito ako nakatapak. Every time na iniikot ako, minimake sure kung tamaan yung spot na nakaharap ako. Para pag tumigil, yun pa rin yung harap ko. Ang kalaban ko na lang, yung hilo na parang, tangina, nasaan siya? Pero ewan ko, ang saya-saya ng mini challenges sa Drag Race kasi laro.
Laro
True.
talaga siya.
Literal na laro.
Yeah. Nakakatawa rin yung ginawa ng ibang mga girls. Sino mga nag-stand out pa sa'yo?
Nag-stand out sa akin si Zimba yun, di ba? Yung mamumukpok ng camera.
Oh, girl!
Ganon. Tama yon Zimba. Ay, hindi. Ayun, nakakatawa kasi parang, ang vulnerable din nung moment na yun. Kasi parang you get to see the
Correct.
kung ano yung itsura nung back, yung
Yes.
likod. Sa
Kita mo
likod
yung
ng
crew.
camera.
Yeah.
Diba?
May kita nyo hindi po siya totoong kwarto talaga.
Yes. Kita nyo na yung camera nila 27. Nakatutok, ganon.
And I think nakakatawa rin yung ginawa ni Angel. I think si Angel always knows how to milk a moment.
Yes.
Yung parang inassess pa niya, parang kinalculate niya in her own way. Pero
Tapos nahilo.
nahilo din siya. Tawan-tawa rin ako sa moment yung kay Tita Baby na si Angel naman kahit tulog mukha namang pokpok yan. Hindi naman yan quick drag. Diba? Although, I also spotted sa edit nung si Tita Baby nagpapalayok na, sinabi niya na sinusundan lang niya yung boses ni Maxi. I think very important yun because I think that is evidence number 4 at this point. Only, I don't know what, 10-15 minutes into the episode na parang si Maxi talaga ang like, siya yung parang moral compass ng season na to, 'di ba? Parang lagi siyang pinoportray na tama yung assessment niya of the situation to the point na even yung pinakamatanda, siya ang pinapakinggan. So, ayun. I mean, that must mean something, right? Oh.
Yeah. Or malakas lang talaga boses ni Maxi.
Pwede. I think both can be true.
Yeah.
Okay. It's a new day in the workroom and this time it is the face-off of Mix Chanel and Zimba Ding.
Yes.
In the words of Versex, kagatini kagatu.
Correct. I don't know. How do you remember this? Because last night sa viewing party, kayo ni Zimba, the whole time, magkayakap lang kayong dalawa, cringing at the whole moment.
Yeah.
Nobody won, by the way. Nobody won.
Kadiliman versus kasamaan.
Oh.
Charis. Talaga, the night before, when we got off the van, nagkakaroon pa yun ng onting banter. Yung patigasan ng ulo, patigasan ng mukha, sino yung huling papasok sa kwarto. Meron pa kaming ganong banter na biroan and parang na-bring up yun as a joke. So ako, parang, I thought okay na siya to banter. Siguro in that day in the workroom, nasabi ko siya, it pushed Zimba's buttons.
Mhm.
if I overestimated yung permission to make fun of it in that moment, kaya kong tanggapin yon na parang kung hindi siya comfortable pala pag-usapan yun on camera, mistake ko yon. Yun yung pinanggaling na misunderstanding na ayun, na-trigger siya. Ako naman parang, huy, teka lang, akala ko kebs to. So, yun yung situation. But yeah, me and Zimba have had lots of like conversations about that after we've developed our relationship further from that moment. Ano lang talaga siya, parang nagkapindutan yung bakla.
Feeling ko ano rin talaga yung pressure talaga sa loob, like kakaiba. Ayun yung hindi magigets nung ng karamihan, nakakaiba yung pressure pag nandun ka na sa loob. Like parang onting ganun lang sa'yo, parang gusto mo namang away, ganun. Ganun na yung,
Oo,
may
lalo
ganun
na pag,
point
yung
na eh.
pag nasa camera ka na eh.
Yes, yung parang, ayun, so feeling ko rin, nagkapikunan sila. Pikon. Feeling ko, nagkapikunan lang talaga. And actually, hindi siya big deal eh, di ba?
Ano talaga siya? Banter at the wrong time.
True. Yeah, correct. Okay, and then agad-agad, of course, we move on na to the Lollapalooza of the episode. Grabe yung energy sa viewing party last night. Parang nanonood ng wrestling tong mga hinayupak na mga bakla na to. I loved it so much. 'Di ba? Lalo na with yung nung pinakita na yung graphics of like yung promo look nyo.
Ang ganda nun. Gusto kong siyang gawing wallpaper.
Diba?
Ang ganda.
It was giving gay sports talaga. 'Di ba? So, ang gusto kong malaman, Arizon, kung ikaw ay maglalalaparusa, would you rather pick the opponent or pick the song?
I'd pick the song.
Ah.
Yes, parang for me, mas advantage mo kapag alam mo yung kanta. Kasi may mga kanta talaga tayo na pag narinig natin, hindi talaga natin hamak.
Correct.
Parang lahat nung pinlay. Ay, hindi, charot lang. Pero may mga ganong kanta na parang hindi siya with the song eh. Parang it's with you na. Parang hindi mo
siya
talaga
style as a
marinig.
performer. Oo.
Yeah, so for me, advantage mo na ikaw yung pumili.
Okay. Siguro, mag what if scenario tayo dito. Kunyari, top 6, Drag Race Philippines Season 2. Kung ikaw ang unang napili, therefore ikaw ang pipili ng kalaban, sino ang pipiliin mong kalaban?
Pipiliin kong kalaban, Miss Jade. Hindi kasi parang weak, parang gusto ko kasing piliin yung kalaban na opposite ko. Sobrang
Yes.
opposite ko. Like parang sobrang mahihiwalay ko yung sarili ko.
Aha.
And magkaiba kami ng style.
Correct.
When it comes to performing, si Miss Jade is femme. Ako yung parang gano'n. So parang feeling ko, kaya ko mag-stand out and may chance din siya mag-stand out.
Correct.
So yeah.
That's a good way to put it. Diba?
Pare, isa pa.
Ayun na yung thumbnail.
So now, Mick Chanel, let's talk about this experience.
Yes.
Because I think half of you, was like the super fan na tipong, oh my God, I'm part of the Lollapalooza. But the other half of you, which you have mentioned so many times in the episode, ugang-uga ka. So when naka-assemble pa lang kayo, wala pang napipili which one, and kumbaga, setting up pa lang of like, kumbaga, poppers pa lang bago bumuka. 'Di ba? Anong nararamdaman mo nung mga panahon na yon?
Well, sinabi ko naman sa confessional ko talagang, happy ako to be part of the Lollapalooza. First of all, ang saya ko na may Lollapalooza kami. May Lollapalooza kami mid-season. And na may Lollapalooza in the first place. Kasi Lollapalooza isa yan sa mga pinaka-inaabang na episodes ng fans, di ba?
Correct.
Gusto ng mga fans yan yung bakbakan ng mga bakla.
Correct.
So I was very happy, but at the same time kasi, nung nakita ko na yung mga kalaban ko, sabi ko talaga, ay shit. As in, mapapasubo talaga ako.
Paano yung mapapasubo? Okay. Okay.
Apat silang very well-experienced power dancer. Maxi, Angel, Kiana, and Zimba are very, very strong dancers.
Correct.
Tapos naman si Tita Baby is a very theatrical style performer. Tapos yung bunganga, nakita naman natin sa Rusical kung ganong mouth gymnast niya ang sabi ko. Kasi kakaiba yung buka at nginig ng bunganga ni Tita Baby. So nung nakita ko yung mga kalaban, sabi ko, I will not have an easy time with any of them.
Correct.
So syempre may kaba factor doon.
Correct.
Yun yung
Yeah.
parang, sabi ko talaga, in this episode, I have my work cut out for me.
Yeah.
Tipong the night before, hindi ako makatulog. I could not sleep well the night before the Lollapalooza. As in, sa hotel ko, parang every 30 minutes bumabangon ako.
Kawawa naman. Pero tama kayong lineup, di ba? 4 na power dancers, isang mouth gymnast, at isang walking thesaurus. Diba? Pero I mean, I'm sure you were calculating the hell out of that. So, ano yung, like, take us through, like, your strategy or like a working strategy before, the first name was picked?
If may makalaban ako anyone, I feel like the best match would be Tita Baby.
Mhm.
Kasi I feel like of the lineup, kami ni Tita Baby yung pinaka-similar yung style.
Mhm.
So parang tipong, ano na lang talaga, yung laban would be to preference, to
Mhm.
taste ng judges. Kasi girl, parang bigay mo sa akin yung adrenaline, yung hush, yung loka-loka sa apat. Parang ako, pwede bang walk out na lang ako? Kasi, girl, pag nag-jump split na yung mga yan, parang ako, okay na ako. Salamat po, Mama Pao. Chari. So parang I wanted Tita Baby kasi I think kami evenly matched.
Got it.
And since I have a good relationship with Tita Baby, parang it's not going to feel like competition.
Mhm.
It's going to feel like we're putting on a show together. And ayun nga, parang, syempre ilang weeks sinasabi sa akin, you're too serious, you need to have fun. When I found the fun in the competition, ayoko na siyang bitawan. So parang every challenge, I wanted to find the approach kung saan ako pinaka mag-e-enjoy. And naisip ko parang if si Tita Baby yung kasama ko, doon ako pinaka mag-e-enjoy kasi feeling ko mas may laban ako.
Mhm.
I'm not underestimating Tita Baby by any means. Kasi sobrang galing Tita Baby. Pero kumbaga parang, if in terms of sayawan, hindi ko na kayang lumaban. Aminado ako doon. Like, I'm not the best dancer. I don't have a extensive dance experience. So, doon ako lalaban sa, alam kong kaya kong bigyan ng magandang laban din.
Correct.
Ayun nga, so feeling mo nga, matatalo mo si Tita. Ang dami,
Gago! Gago!
ang dami in-explain pa eh.
Oo.
Kailangan talaga may strategy ka, no?
Mhm.
Like, pag mamimili ka ng kalaban. Kasi parang, ayaw mo naman biglang, sige, italuhin na natin yung sarili. Minsan, di ba, alam naman natin kung
Correct.
matatalo tayo ng
Correct.
kalaban natin. So,
Yeah.
I think smart yung decision ni Mix.
Okay. Ang ating first matchup, of course, is Tita Baby na pinili si Mick Chanel, na pinili ni Mick Chanel ang Adrenaline by RuPaul. So, unang tanong, bakit Adrenaline ang pinili mo?
As a calculated queen, a lot of reasons. But first off kasi, sa matchup namin Tita Baby, the most sensible song choice would have been Ligaw Tingin.
Correct.
Kasi yun yung parang pinakapasok sa style namin.
Correct.
Pero dahil niya yung pinakapasok sa style namin, hindi ko mo naigigil.
Correct. Tama. May
Yes.
point. Oh.
Dahil yun yung favorite ko of the four. Pinaka-favorite ko song, Ligaw Tingin and then Adrenaline.
Aha.
Kinuha ko yung Adrenaline kasi naisip ko, syempre kabado ba yung interest si Bading? Sabi ko, if hindi ako makalusot sa first round, possible pang makatapat ko either Angel or Maxi kung hindi sila makalusot the first round. Pyesa nung magkapatid yan sa O-Bar.
Yes.
As in, duet song nilang dalawa yung
I
Adrenaline.
know that I've seen that video. Yes.
So again, kumbaga parang pag ilabas ko yung Ligaw Tingin, makuha to other songs, matira Adrenaline, tas isa sa kanila yung kalaban ko, parang walk out na lang din ako.
Yeah, correct.
So tinanggal ko na siya. Parang
Very good.
I had the opportunity to remove the song out of the roster. Gusto ko din naman yung kanta. So go, gamitin na natin yung opportunity na mag-Adrenaline. And alam mo, ang ganda rin talaga ng performance Tita Baby.
Yeah. I think, parang yung point ni Arizona kanina, I think we were seeing two different performance styles. Diba? Parang I think we're seeing here, si Mix. Trying to be like, voguing ganda-ganda because maganda talaga siya. Give na natin sa kanya yon. Tapos si Tita Baby talaga is like, camp,
Went full comedy.
went for it. So I think, I don't want to say it could have gone either way, but there were two very strong interpretations of the song that I think we were seeing. What do you think of this lip sync, Arizona?
Magkaiba kayo ng atake. Si Tita Baby kasi parang ayun, nandun siya sa camp.
Mm-mm.
And ikaw is nandun ka sa dance. Siguro ka-edge lang ng onti si Tita Baby kasi parang na-tick niya yung ibang mga boxes. Parang meron siyang build. Tapos medyo sinayaw niya naman, di ba?
Correct.
Sayaw ba to? Sinayaw niya naman. Hindi, pero I mean, parang ako, na-tick niya lahat ng boxes sa akin. Na parang, okay, sumayaw, binunganga, tapos kinomedy. So parang, medyo doon nagkaroon ng advantage siya
Yes.
kasi Tita Baby.
Gets. But in the moment, do you remember kung anong ginagawa ni Tita Baby or was you just like laser focused on you?
Ang only time na nakita ko si Tita Baby, yung time na nagtapatan kami, yung nagtinginan kami, parang may moment na nag-perform kami together, doon ko lang siya naalala.
Aha.
The rest of the time, literal na adrenaline. Lip sync for your life is a lip sync for your life.
correct.
At talagang parang nag-hyper-focus na ako sa kung ano yung ginagawa ko.
Yes. And then, of course, we find out that Tita Baby, Shantae, and then Mick Chanel steps to the back of the stage to await kung sino ang kanyang magiging competitor.
So for round 2, we have Angel picking Kiana, picking Loka Loka by Queen Manika Money.
Yes.
I would have not done this. Hindi, pero kasi itong song na to is minsan kasi kailangan mo pakinggan yung essence ng kanta eh,
Yes.
diba? Like parang, anong magandang atake sa song na to? For me, gagawin ko yung atake ni Angel, nag-stick lang siya na, wala masyadong tricks, onting reveal, pero nag-stick siya sa angas.
Yes.
Diba? So parang gangster, parang ganun kasi yung ganun kasi yung essence ng song,
Mm-mm.
diba? Parang gangster. So yeah, I would have gone the same route as Angel.
And I think you would have also worn the same thing.
Yes, actually. Yung outfit na yan, nadala ko rin yan nung season 2.
Yung silver.
Yung silver na outfit.
Oh.
Yes, ni Galigash. Pero hindi ko naman siya nasuot.
Oo.
Hindi ko alam kung bakit hindi ko siya nasuot. Kasi wala na, naubos na nga yung outfit ko nung finale. Parang, ano susuotin ko? Wala na. Parang, ba't ako umabot dito sa lip sync na to? Wala na akong masusuot. So parang hindi ko siya nakita pero dinala ko yan kasi pinadala na ko ng mga extra outfits ng mga sisters.
Pero ngayon,
Medyo parang ganun na rin kami.
Diba?
Sa point na to. Alam ko yung suot ni Angel parang wig yata ni Bench na pinahiram pa ni J. Quinn. Yung corset niya parang galing kay UD. Lahat kami niyan parang kung kani-kanino kung saan-saan na lang galing damit. Kasi hindi rin kami ready na magkaroon ng lip sync Lollapalooza.
Actually, hindi
this
rin
point.
hindi rin ng tao na ganun tayo sa loob, 'di ba? Parang nagkakaroon tayo ng mga away na puksaan ng very light. Pero pag merong kailangan yung sister natin,
pero ako ng ganito, ganyan.
'di ba?
Oo.
Parang pabahiramin natin sila. Ganun yung natin.
ako naman sa performance na to, I think it was a matter of who will outlast the other. So I think dahil nga Angel was able to tap into the swag of it, parang mas na-pace niya ng maayos. Kasi the song is tipong, it's a 10 the whole time. So it kind of like walang peaks and valleys.
In terms of melody, in terms of like yung arrangement, yung areglo ng kanta, wala siyang peak. Kumbaga, kung ano yung tunog ng first chorus, yun yung tunog ng second chorus. All you have to go off of is yung rap na sobrang haba ng rap part actually.
Nakabisado ni Zimba, by the way. Kita nyo sa likod.
Kabisado ko din. I think yun yung naging edge ni Angel is she started off na mas kalmado o nag-reveal siya.
Correct.
I think it became a matter of medyo may kita mo kung kailan pinulikat si Kiana.
Yes, oo.
At that is when Angel took the opportunity. Dun siya biglang nagpasabog.
Correct. And then, and just like that, you know, Angel gets to beat Kiana in a lip sync, which is also like a big headline from last night's episode.
Avenging her drag mother bench na pinauwi ni Kiana the week before.
Correct. And then, Kiana moves to the back of the stage to await her fate at para malaman kung sino or kung magli-lip sync siya even. And then the last pairing for the first round ng Lollapalooza that we get is Maxi versus Zimbading, and they lip sync to Hush by Yasi and Nadine. First of all, what do you think of this song since we've been trying to get your feedback on every song?
Nung nakita ko yung title ng song, parang, ha? Ano yan? Ano ba yan, Hush? Okay. Hindi, pero nabigyan nila ng justice eh. Parang merong ganun, no? Yung parang may mga kanta na hindi natin ganun kabit. Pero pag may nakita na tayong ginawa nila, like parang, oh my God, iconic na yung song. Yeah. So, Nadine and Yasi, mag-thank you kayo kay Zimba and kay
Maxi.
Kay Maxi. Oh, charot.
Nang-away ka pa, dear!
Ilan lang kaming may alam talaga nung kanta from before. Kasi ako, alam ko yan, parang ano yan, Diary ng Pangit era ni Nadine yan. P-pop era ni Nadine, and I was a fan.
Okay. Okay. This lip sync, this was like Maxi's calling card. Basically,
Yes.
ito yun, right? Na tipong minensyon na nga ata ni Maxi to sa, I think sa Untucked, na kahit in a week, inaagawan ni Zimba si Maxi nung like dead middle spot, Maxi was still able to shine. Maxi talked a lot about the proper pacing.
Yes.
And I think seeing that in great display with like the 2-3 wig reveals, kitang-kita natin.
Especially towards the middle and dulo. As in, ang ganda nung laban. Pero medyo kahit ako nauga nung unang beat ng kanta, nag-split agad si Zim. Parang ako, uy, teka lang, too early.
Yes.
Yeah. And actually, minsan talaga, dun mo makikita yung season queen versus yung kaka-start pa lang na queen. Kasi dun yung mga season queens, parang alam na nila yung pacing. Ay, yung pag nagsa-start ka pa lang, di ba parang gusto mo, ibigay ko na lahat. Ganon ako nung baby queen ako.
So kahapon ganun ka kasi baby ka pa, di ba?
Yes. Hindi, ayun nga. So parang kitang-kita mo kay Maxi na seasoned queen
Correct,
siya.
yeah.
Kasi she knows where to do it.
Correct.
When to do it.
Correct. And I think a big part of that is, I think as performers, na-excite tayo lagi ibigay na yung part na gustong-gusto natin.
Mhm.
When in fact, I think ang nakita natin dito, no, kahit hindi pa binibigay ni Maxi yung pauga, na-enjoy niya na kahit in
Yes.
those very small moments. And I think that's something na it's just so fun to see.
True.
Kasi we're seeing here, parang that is the product of Maxi, like being in the industry for a long
Yes.
time. We're seeing it na parang ganito siya lumaban, para siyang si Neo sa Matrix na okay, ganito lang pala, okay, tanggal na ng wig.
Na sobrang funny talaga nung nagtanggal siya ng wig at sa ilalim, the same wig.
Correct. Tapos may isa pa, dalawang beses,
Oo.
di ba?
True.
Oh, yeah. So, very good. And of course, I think very clear naman dito na Maxi won this. And also because the narration of like this pairing bago mangyari, na kinakabahan si Zimba and all that. So parang tipong, well, you know, if you say you're nervous and then the episode has been building Maxi as kind of, you know, untouchable,
Mm-mm.
well, it all checks out eventually na si Maxi won this. And then we find out na merong golden balut twist. First of all, Arizona, nakakain ka na ba ng golden balut?
Hindi pa ako nakakain ng golden balut. Balut. Kumakain ako ng balut.
Okay.
Kumakain ba kayo ng balut?
Betlog ang kinakain ko, hindi balut. So,
Pwede pala magsabi ng betlog kanina. ko
so
pa.
bawiin mo, 10 betlog to this camera.
Yes. Betlog, betlog, betlog. Betlog, betlog, betlog. Ayan, teaser na ulit yan So, ang teaser natin yung betlog, betlog, betlog. Ganon.
Basically, ang twist dito is, you know, the 3 queens na natalo sa lip sync have to plead their case to the 3 queens who won their lip syncs. And, you know, this had a lot of drama, and I think we got the extended version sa Untucked. And when you found out that you had to plead, of course, you had to calculate the moment rin, diba? Do I appeal to emotion? Do I appeal via logic? Do I just appeal to myself? Parang, how did you absorb this moment?
I knew I was lip syncing.
You knew it.
I knew it.
Yeah.
Sinabi ko na lang na parang, since we do have to do it, ang kaso ko na lang with the girls is I tried to be as honest as I could.
Yeah.
Parang, hinarap ko talaga sila tao sa tao and I tried na magpakatotoo and hope that it was strong enough. Pero in the moment, sabi ko talaga, there is no way.
Mm-hmm.
Parang naisip ko na agad na there's no way na they were gonna pick me out of the 3 of us. Alam ko na.
Mm-hmm. I know there are parts of the edit na maybe you got caught up in the moment in terms of yung exit message mo later, which we will talk about. But there's this moment here when you were pleading your case where you assess the situation in front of the girls. I think it was incredibly powerful nung sinabi mong, guys, alam ko naman to, di ba? Meron dalawang power dancers, di ba? Their performance styles kind of lend themselves to the format of a Lollapalooza. But hey, I still have something to offer here. And I think you did it in such a way na you didn't have to bring the other 2 down. All you did was just like, stand your ground, fight for yourself, and like, knowing na alam mo nang mag-lip sync ka and you still vouch for yourself during that very delicate time, that's why I love you. I guess that's what I'm trying to say.
I know my situation. Bottom ako 3 times in a row, nakapag-lip sync ako, alam ko yon, tanggap ko yon at that point in the competition. Parang, sana na lang ma-appreciate nyo ako as a person, and if me as a person and my fighting spirit is a compelling enough argument for you to pick me, thank you. If hindi, lalaban ako.
Yung hirap ng situation nyo kasi ang hirap makikiusap para sa sarili mo di ba? May ganun tayo, may ego tayo, di ba? Na parang, bakit ako makikiusap sa'yo? Yung ganung
Correct, tama, may
Diba?
point.
Bakit ano? Pero yung parang kailangan mo siyang gawin tapos parang you have to do it without discrediting the
Yes.
other 2 girls. Parang
Correct.
ang hirap may masabi ka lang na onte, parang ayaw naman natin magmukha na kasi si ganyan Parang ako as a person hindi kasi ako ganun na parang ayoko rin maka-hurt ng iba. So siguro i-volunteer ko na lang yung sarili ko. I volunteer as
And you know, to a certain extent, sinabi ni Zimba yan, di ba, na parang, I don't wanna look desperate in front of my competitors. And I think you owe the artist in you that dignity. So gets na gets ko naman yung point ni Zimba, di ba? But that is the rule that you guys had to follow at that very moment.
Ano siya bigla? From lip sync game to social game real quick.
It's like Survivor,
Yeah.
agad-agad. And actually for me, you know, if we're gonna turn this into a social game, I'm not sure if baka may nag-mention sa edit, but this was an opportunity to kind of take down a big competitor if you wanted to play that game. Yes, I get it. We parts of us want to play it for the audience. We want to be viewed in the best light. But if you want to be survivory about it,
True.
'di ba? This is a chance to possibly have one of the biggest competitors, of course, Kiana, in that manner, to parang, teka, elbowin na kita, baka ito na yun, 'di ba?
Yeah.
Oh.
Sayang. Kasi kung ako rin doon, si Kiana talaga yung
Pero mababait kayo wala tayong magagawa. Or are they?
For more dun sa Untucked, yung lumapit sila isa-isa sa Golden Balloon, hindi ko alam kung anong ginawa nila. Meron
Yeah.
ba silang
Ano nga
nilagay,
ba?
meron ba silang nilagay
Parang
na
nalito
pangalan?
ako doon. Tapos dinala pa ni Angel sa stage yung Golden Ballot.
Oo.
Di ba? Ba't dinala mo? Wala naman. Hindi nga nabubuksan. Ano, binit-bit mo lang. Inabangan ko kasi bubuksan ba to? Andun
Oo,
ba yung
may
pangalan?
lipstick bang ilalagay? Ano?
Correct. And then, of course, we get to the lip sync for your life of the episode, and we get Mix Chanel versus Zimba. Kagatan sa top half of the episode, puksaan sa dulo ng episode. To Ligaw Tingin by Lea Navarro. What do you think of this lip sync?
Isa to sa, kunyari, meron top 2 na song. Number 1 yung Adrenaline. Number 2 to.
Yeah.
Pero, yung 4 na songs for me, one of the hardest lip sync songs sa Drag Race Philippines.
Mhm.
Yung, lalo na yung tatlong OPM is sobrang hirap kasi isipan ng
Correct. Yeah.
Sobra talaga And itong lip sync na to, sobrang neck to neck siya.
Yeah.
Actually, the whole night, walang pangit na performance.
That's true.
Like, lahat sila talagang maganda. Meron lang talagang biglang gaganon lang ng very light.
Yeah.
Pero sobrang ganda ng performances
Mhm.
that night. This lip sync, I love it. Parang feeling ko, nagka-edge lang na onti si Zimba nung umikot-ikot
Agree,
siya.
yeah.
That umikot ka rin talaga, Ting.
Umiikot ako hindi sa floor, pero nagtutwirl ako ng bandang
Dapat
dulo na.
umikot ka sa ceiling,
Hilo.
Ting.
True, dapat
Sa siya
pinababa ko yung yung Elfa ba?
No, ganun yung reaction sa viewing party last
Yeah.
night. Actually, halos walang reaction yung lip sync na to because I think the audience was waiting for like who's gonna edge out the other, and I think eventually when the rolling happened nung last 15-20 seconds of the song, parang doon ako nagka-idea, okay, I think this one's going to Zimba. But up until that moment, I really think it could have gone either
Yeah.
way. Also, you were having so much fun here. Parang matagal mo nang gusto mag-mime, magbukas ng zipper. 'Di ba? So,
May mga manifestations talaga ako on Drag Race na work but not always to like full fruition. Kasi tinanggal ko yung Adrenaline from the pool because I knew that the girls would pick the other two upbeat songs.
Correct.
So, nung time na natalo ako ni Tita Baby, sabi ko, okay lang, may Ligaw Tingin pa naman. As in, sabi ko, minamanifest ko na talaga, if mag-round 2 ako, bigay nyo na sa akin Ligaw Tingin because that is the song I wanted. That was the song na parang nung nagpa-practice ako sa hotel room ko, ilang beses ko siyang inulit kasi sobrang, it was my first time hearing the song. Pero mula nung pagkarinig ko sa kanya, ay, ang saya nito. And I had so much fun performing this. And actually, mas traumatic pa nga sa akin yung Miss Manila compared to watching this now na parang, ang saya. Ang saya ng lip sync na to. And you know, if nanalo sa akin si Zimba by a roll, that's how it is.
Then that's how the cookie rolls or something. The egg rolls or something. Give me a roll proverb.
Yeah, ano bang role mo dyan? Bida ka ba dyan? Okay.
So Zimba lives to slay another day, and then Mix Chanel is sashaying away. Palakpakan naman natin si Mix Chanel. Iconic run in the sense na siya first Drag Race Philippines contestant to be critiqued every single week.
Wow. Kamusta yung paa mo, te?
Girl, ang masabi ko lang, at one point in the season, lahat ng paa namin bumaho.
Yeah.
Kasi sa pasma, sa tagal naming nakatayo, araw-araw ko nag-foot powder pero at some point nagkaroon talaga siya ng amoy pagod.
But any message to, ngayon nga sabi mo na may mga bago ka ng sisters at pasok na doon si Mix.
Message ko sa'yo, sis. GBU, TC, ano ba yun? God bless you, take care.
Amo tayo.
Ano ba yun, te? Hindi, it kind of makes me sad to see the reception of people
Oh.
with Mix. Kasi parang naka-work ko siya last year sa Bekenemen, and I think na hindi buong side ni Mix is nakita nung tao. Parang Mix is nakikita ko siya na fun siyang person eh. Nakasad lang na hindi siya ganun nakita ng audience.
Hindi na naman responsibility ng audience kilalanin ang bawat side natin.
Yeah,
diba?
actually.
So, we roll with the punches.
Pero sobrang happy ako for you. Nakaabot ka dito sa top 6, diba? Akalain mo yun. Hindi, pero sobrang happy ako na makita ka this season na parang, nagawa mo na. And I'm excited for what's next.
Yeah.
Ganon.
Ala.
Ang message ko naman sa iyo, Baus.
Sige.
Stay strong.
Bakit ako? Saan ako nang hina?
Hina ba yun, no?
Pero ayun, maraming salamat Arizona Brandy for joining us. Okay.
Thank you for having
Where
me.
can the children find you if you have upcoming shows? Manawagan ka sa ating mga constituents.
Okay. Guys, you can follow me at Arizona Brandy on Instagram, on TikTok. Sa Twitter, wag na, wala namang puro chika lang naman sa Twitter. Sa Facebook, wag nyo na ako i-add, full na yung friend request ko. Pero pwede nyo ako i-follow. Nasa broadcast channel ko yung mga shows kasi right now, I'm a freelance artist.
Yes!
Yeah, so nagpa-perform ako sa Bekenemen, kung sa mga viewing party, kung anong meron. Ayun, tingnan nyo lang doon. And nananawagan ako sa
Sige
kanila
po.
na sana naman minsan manood kayo ng mga shows na drag shows. Masaya tayo na sinusupport niyo yung Drag Race. We're thankful.
Yes.
And syempre hindi naman lahat nakakalabas and all. Pero kung meron kayong time, manood kayo ng drag show, local drag queens man yan or Ru Girls, para makita nyo man lang yung ibang side. Try lang natin kilalanin yung mga pinapanood natin sa TV in person, di ba?
Yeah.
Kasi iba yung experience,
Correct.
iba yung magic na nadadala.
Correct. So,
Ayun lang. So, thank you. Good night.
But that's it for Arizona. We will be back for a one-on-one exit interview. with
Hala, gigisahin na naman
Mix
ako.
Chanel. But yeah, thank you so much, Arizona.
Thank you.
I
Thank
love
you,
you,
sister. Good night, everyone.
Alright, so kami na lang magjowa ang nandito ngayon.
So it's just you and me.
It's just
Let
you
the
and me.
roast begin.
Let the roast begin. No. Di na muna ako magpapaka like, hello, let's moderate the conversation. I mean, let's just talk about
Yeah.
this journey of yours. First of all, like, congratulations.
Thank
You're a
you.
fucking Ru girl now. I hope you know that.
Getting on Drag Race has been my dream for the longest time. I started out doing drag because I was watching Drag Race. Di ko akalain na magkakaroon ng Drag Race Philippines. And now that I made it onto the 3rd season, it's a dream come true. There are moments where it doesn't feel very much like a sweet dream.
Yeah.
But alam mo yun, parang I'm still thankful it happened.
Yeah. And you know, it happens to a very, very select group of people.
Yes.
Diba? So
Ano lang
parang,
kami ngayon? 35?
yeah, I mean, it's still like a once in a lifetime opportunity. And you know, we've been around enough Ru girls for quite some time now to know na parang, yes, what happens on the show is very important, but the real race or what you do after might actually be even more important. So, you know, in true exit interview fashion, I've always wanted to do like an exit interview na medyo chronological order. Okay, so start muna tayo ng, you didn't get to season 2,
Mhm.
and then you worked your butt off from finding out you did not make it on season 2, and then to finally making it on the show. But I guess I want you to share with us, like a quick peek lang, what kind of mindset did you get yourself into? Like, between those two periods.
I think in between auditioning for season 2 and season 3, it was me at least like emotionally rebuilding myself from the ground up. Dahil sa sobrang pinangarap ko yung season 2, dahil sobrang gusto ko siya, parang lahat na nakaplano na hindi, papasok ako season 2, I'm gonna make it on the show, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that after. And not making it was such a big blow to my confidence. And what I worked on in between the time was, kailangan kong may mabuo para sa sarili ko na makapasok man ako sa 3 or hindi, meron pa rin akong pangahawakan.
Very beautiful. I think it just is a testament to how much you love the art form, and that maybe your love for the art form has really overtaken your love for the show. But you finally get on your favorite show, our favorite show, season 3. You
Yes.
prepare like crazy, and then they announce your promo, and then we see the entrances, and you know, you had quite the momentum when that entrance clip was released. A lot of people said na, you know, it was one of the stronger ones. So parang a lot of momentum coming in. Episode 1, very, very great showing. Episode 2, nanalo ka. So that particular period in time, I like to call it your parang top era, very promising era. Looking back at that moment now, how do you remember it?
Pinaka-undertone is, I was just happy to be there.
Mm-hmm.
Sa totoong buhay lang, parang, oo, alam kong parang pinaghirapan kong makapunta dito. Oo, alam kong may gusto akong patunayan.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, I was so happy to be
Yeah.
finally on my favorite show and something that I have aspired to in the last few years. So parang nung nabigyan ako ng validation on the first episode, I was in the top. Hindi man ako pinalad na mag-lip sync. I was in the top. I was happy about the validation. Took the critiques, applied them. Episode 2, they gave me my Rue badge, and I was really like, I was over the moon. I was over the moon in those times. So parang, oh my God, I made it here. And I'm doing well.
Yeah.
Parang alam mo yun, parang not only did my dream come true, it's going well.
Yeah.
Which, alam mo yun, ako as an anxious person, I always think na parang everything's gonna disappear, everything's gonna turn to shit. So nung moment na yun na parang nakakuha ka ng validation, parang, oh my God, it's really happening.
The world can be a happy place.
Yes!
But only for like an
Yes,
episode.
ayun nga lang.
And then let's talk about, I think, the next 3 weeks that came
Yeah.
after. Because I think this is the part where, you know, I got to see you just take it like a champ. Because, you know, there were, I mean, aminin na natin, when you sent home Versex, nabunot ka sa Twitter, you were trending. A lot of people were telling you, Baus, have you seen like the Mix Chanel hate train? I was like, I gave it parang, hindi ko na muna siya masyadong pinansin. But I guess what I want to talk about is, you were reliving, maybe when you filmed episode 3 to 5, maybe it happened like a week, at most 2 weeks, but you were reliving that very painful moment for 3-4 weeks. And you knew there was a redemption coming, but you had to, unfortunately, muscle through it.
Ang naging mindset ko about the whole thing is, let's just let it exist in its place in the timeline so I can move forward. I knew that was coming.
Mm-hmm.
It was a very, very difficult but much shorter period in my life a few
Yeah.
months ago. And having to go through that for 3 weeks. It's hard to see yourself at your lowest and live it.
Yeah.
It's a completely different experience to see yourself at your lowest and watch it.
Yeah. You know, a lot of people parang have a say in it. And you know, it's fair game. It is, you know, anyone can consume it. And you know, we can't,
signed up for it.
we signed up for it. And you know, part of me really was parang nasasaktan ako because yun nga, they were only palang showing like a facet of you. Sabi nga ni Arizona kanina. But yun nga, wala rin namang responsibility yung audience sa kilalanin yung tunay na
Yeah.
tayo, diba? So parang ganun talaga yun.
Throughout a whole season, they're showing what, like, a total of 15 hours of airtime of a month in our life.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's what you signed up for. But I guess what I want to talk to you about is a big part of, I guess, what was being talked about online is parang really the fall from grace. And it got even to a point na parang you were delulu already. Which is tipong, hindi ko ba siya fully ma-process. But, you know, like, you bombed the hosting challenge. It felt like, yun nga, yung anxiety mo from being at the top of the world to lip syncing to like not like getting out of that rut for 4 weeks while it was airing and all the kaganapan nangyayari. How did you talk to yourself during those times?
Not to like trauma dump on everyone, but it's not gonna be the first time that things haven't worked out for me. It's not the first time in my life I experienced loss. It's not the first time I feel in my life na I feel like the rug was pulled out from under me. A lot of things have happened in my life that, you know, people don't know about, and maybe it's not their responsibility to know, and maybe it's not theirs to know even.
Correct.
My whole backstory as a person of why I have the mindset that I do.
Correct.
But everything is fleeting. And in that moment, everything flew.
Yeah.
Like, for me, it was like I had the rug pulled from under me while filming. And it was really just like, I had a very, very short window of time to bounce back
Yeah.
before ako matanggal.
Correct.
Kasi parang if magtuloy-tuloy yung mindset na
Yeah.
ganon, things would have turned out differently.
Correct.
And while it was airing, I didn't resonate with myself on the episodes all the time.
Uh-huh.
And sometimes I just had to like separate myself na what I'm watching is not necessarily me, but a caricaturized version of me.
Yeah. Mhm.
A condensed version of me in the lens of storytelling, of a bigger story that they have to tell.
Uh-huh.
That allowed me to be easier on myself. Because I could have easily slipped into the same exact mindset that I was when we filmed. Kasi yun yung
Got it. Yeah.
yun yung mahirap watching the show. You relive the same emotions, now magnified to the lens of everyone else.
Yeah.
And seeing yourself in a very dark period, watching it again, and having to feel the same emotions,
Mhm.
and now everyone else having a say about it, ang daling bumalik doon.
Correct.
But, you know, ang iniisip ko na lang, natapos na to eh.
Uh-huh.
Napagdaanan ko na to eh.
Yeah.
Especially knowing the good episodes that
Yeah.
were to come, it's really just like, I just have to sit it out like I did.
And then finally, we get to episode 6. Of course, I had an idea na there was gonna be a bounce back era. Once ipakita yung preview ng episode 6, no sa dulo ng episode 5, naramdaman ko nagtinginan tayong dalawa na parang, eto na ulit tayo, makakahinga na ulit tayo. 'Di ba? And I mean, I'm so happy that you got that because like you still got the full experience. And then, in as much as parang you won a Rue badge sa episode 2, I feel like your episode was episode 6.
For me, it was.
Mhm.
Episode 6 and 7 were the sweetest parts of filming. Kasi, I mean, episode 1, yeah, I was on a high, got into the show, got good critiques, great. But I feel like in episode 6 and 7, I showed the world that I earned it back.
Ooh, did you earn it?
Kumbaga, parang
yes.
pagkadating ko, I was on my whole like high from, syempre na, girl, not everyone gets to say they
Yeah,
get cast
correct.
on Drag Race. I
Yeah.
was on that high. And then I fall. And then I climb my way back up. And I feel like through that journey of climbing my way back up, parang in-earn ko uli yung karapatan na I can feel good about myself
Oh,
and who
God,
I am
so
as an
good.
artist.
That's really powerful shit. Especially you sharing your story mo
Yeah.
with like HIV. I think it's very, very important. I think the future generation and like people who, are trying to manage this particular condition, I think the power that your representation holds, I think we're gonna look back at that episode as like a very pivotal time in representation in the country. So I hope you also know that apart from you being a Drag Race contestant, you sharing that story to the world is also, I think, equally important. We get to episode 8, we've already talked about the Lollapalooza, but personally, parang okay na sana. I was kind of ready to be like at peace with like your elimination. And then somehow your last few seconds on the show, ready na akong yakapin ka, ready na akong mahalin ka. Tapos nung sinabi mo yung tipong uplifting the community, parang ako, bakit mo pa sinabi yan? Okay na sana eh. Pwede ka nang umalis. Umalis ka na, okay na. I say that, of course, in jest, but people are kind of talking about that particular moment.
Yeah.
But I guess because we have a podcast, we have a platform, we have the privilege of being able to maybe provide some more context sa moment na yun and how you reacted. So,
Well, I didn't start off my elimination speech that way.
oh,
You can see me go from one cut with both gloves on
uh-huh,
to the next frame without the left one.
uh-huh,
Kasi getting cast on Drag Race, I did something to commemorate it.
okay.
I got a tattoo on my left arm. It is kind of like a life saying that has carried me through a lot. And it says, gratitude persists. And that's my mindset talaga as a person na parang, having gone through many dark periods, having gone through a lot of loss, madaming negativity pumapasok sa buhay natin,
Mhm.
and a lot of times we feel anxious. But one thing that I learned is all this negativity, it's fleeting. Everything is fleeting, but specifically, negativity is fleeting, sadness is fleeting, fear is fleeting, anger is fleeting. Lahat ng yan, mawawala at pwedeng mawala. But something na pwede mong panghawakan is being grateful for where you are.
Mhm.
And I took that first moment to thank everyone there. To thank the production for the opportunity of making it on my favorite show.
Mhm.
And I was just very, very grateful to be there. But at the same time, I feel like I earned it.
Mhm.
I feel like I fought for my place there. And it's not as if I had an elimination speech ready.
Correct. Nobody
I-
does, right?
Yeah, I didn't want to go.
Uh-huh.
So parang, I was grasping at my thoughts, trying to find the words to say. And I agree. I didn't say things the best way.
Mhm.
I agree with that. But I guess what I wanted to say was that I made sure na while trying to get myself on the show, while trying to establish my career, I've always, to the best of my abilities, made it a point to share my platform.
Mhm.
Hello, parang sino ba naman ako sa industriya talaga nung time na nag-start tayo ng viewing parties? 'Di ba? Especially at the start, I've always been the one arguing with you na parang hindi,
Yeah.
pasok natin si
Yeah.
ganito.
Sorry, sa aming dalawa po, obviously because I kind of like deal with the numbers of it all. Ako yung lagi nagpo-push back, hindi na kaya ng budget, hindi na kaya ng budget. Siya, tipong hindi, ipasok natin yan, kahit ako na muna yung mag-shoulder ng TF na ganyan. So, I mean, I'm just telling you lang, I'm the more evil one here. Kahit mukhang siya, pero ako po ang mas masama ang ugali. Joke. But
Kasi
yeah.
I have so much love and respect for the industry. And at least in parang building my name with our show
Mhm.
and with the hard work that I've put in putting myself out there, getting to showcase my talents, building connections, I've tried to be as generous as I can with my platform. And I guess that was one thing na I did not do it in the best way, but I guess I wanted to give myself a little bit of credit for that. Kasi in the moment where you feel like your dream is being pulled out from under you,
Mhm.
I wanted to hold on to the one thing na alam kong nagawa ko.
Yeah.
And yeah, I agree. It was wrong of me to word it that way. To put down the girls
Mhm.
like that in that way. What the chatter online can never take away from me is that I did do that. And
Yeah.
I'm still doing that. And
Exactly.
I'm putting that into practice na parang talagang I want to, hindi siya laging pwede.
Correct.
Hindi siya laging pwede, hindi tayo laging financially, logistically capable of it. But to the best of my ability, in getting to where I'm at in my career, I've always tried to open as many doors as I can for other people.
Yeah. And I guess what I want to tell you is parang give yourself grace. Parang yes, you regret saying that. It could have been worded better. But that was just really like one moment that, that was documented. But you have like 2 years worth of work of us staging these viewing parties, like trying to, make room for as many people as we can. So I think let that speak louder volumes than I guess that moment that, you
Yeah.
wish you could have done better.
I wish I could have done my elimination better. I mean, that's such a funny thing to say, di ba? Parang I wish I could have done my elimination better.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, what made the cut made the cut.
Yeah.
It is what it is. And siguro parang I'm just trying to not let the online noise get to me
Uh-huh.
because I keep on doing the same thing.
This definitely goes beyond you getting on Drag Race.
Oh,
So I think I'm so excited to just keep creating with you. So I know, alam mo naman yung mga bunot ko sa'yo the past few weeks na gustong-gusto nyo. Can I just say guys, planado lahat yun.
Oh, siya yung calculated queen. Sorry.
Planado lahat yun. Kasi sinabi niya sa akin, go na, sige na, bunutin mo na. Kasi sabi ko, sure ka? Sure ka gusto mo? So ginawa ko, ayan. But I just wanna tell you na, not all dreams come true, and to see you just fight for it, and then make it happen, and then try to just pick up the pieces from your elimination last night, and to just cook something new and see where it takes us. That is just, I think, what life is all about. And I just love you for that.
You know what? Parang, no matter what people say about me, no matter what people say about my character or the character that has been depicted on the show,
Yeah.
I know what I stand for. I know what I want to fight for. I know what I'm fighting for, and I know what I want to continue fighting for. And it's for everyone to have a space to shine.
Yep.
It was hard to find my space.
Yeah.
And I want people to have it easier.
I think that continues to be the North Star of Becca and Men. So excited again to see what's next. And you know what? You may not always find the right words, but at least you can have peace in the fact that your actions can actually speak for you if ever you don't find the right words for it. So
I'm not here to change your mind.
Correct.
It is not my position to form your opinion of me.
yeah.
I'm just here to do my job
Yeah.
because I love what I do.
Yun nga yung sinabi niya nga sa episode 1, I'm here to do a job.
Talaga kinallback mo pa dun, no?
Of course, di ba? Ito ang pinagkaiba ng professional host sa nag-flop sa hosting channel. And then that's it. So again, congratulations. I'm excited because now we can really play and create and make really more cool stuff. So I'm excited.
Yeah, let's see where the future. Well, I'm still in the next two episodes. I don't think it's a spoiler.
Hindi ba, no?
I don't think it's a spoiler, unfortunately, or fortunately, no matter in whatever way you want to look at it. My journey on Drag Race Philippines is not over.
Correct.
I will be back on your screens for episodes 9
Correct.
and of course for the finale for episode 10. But yeah, I'm so excited to move forward from it.
Mhm.
Kasi now that I've accomplished this dream, what other bigger dreams am I now allowed to have?
Oh.
And how will that inspire me to keep putting in the work?
Yeah. And guess what, Mimi? You're allowed to have everything. And that is what is awesome with what we are doing. At yun po, that is it. Diba? Diba? Hindi ko siya binunot. Kaunti lang. Kasi mahal na mahal ko to eh. But ayun nga, don't forget to rate and review us on Apple Podcast and Spotify. Follow us on Instagram at BeccaNamenPod. I am Baus Rufo on Instagram. And hey, it's Baus on the TikTok.
I am at Mix Chanel everywhere or at mix.chanel and see you on the outside.
Bye!
The opinions of podcast creators, hosts, and guests are not necessarily reflective of the official stance of the Pod Network Entertainment, its hosts, or other network programs. The content created by the people behind the podcast is personal and not meant to harm any religion, ethnicity, group, organization, company, or individual.